I usually check in with Spirit before I come into class as to, what should I talk about? What sort of current topics, what's live? And what they're saying to me to speak about today is love. Speak about love today. So you can think of love as the highest vibration that we want to connect to. It's the highest vibration actually that we want to become. It's the highest vibration of what you want flowing through your body. At a human level, we've different ways of experiencing love. And a lot of the time throughout life, we experience love in a very conditional way. Or we mix love up with other things. We mix love up with things like approval. Or we mix love up with certain types of behavior. Like when I'm good, I receive love. When I'm sick, I receive love. And we start to make all these little links in our very innocent little minds. And so we build a picture of love based on that. But it's not so much, it's a very conditional and very human kind of picture of love. Because we're doing it from the point of view of needs. We realize that we have needs for, let's say, affection. We have needs for attention. We need to be listened to. We need to be cuddled. We need to be held. All of this stuff, yeah? These are all there. And to us, those feel nice. Those feel like being loved. And then when we bring that into our adult world, we can go looking for the same thing. We can go looking for the thing that made sense to us as love when we were kids. But if what we experienced as children wasn't healthy love, then we might continue a pattern of finding unhealthy love in our adult relationships as well. Because we might start to do it in a power play kind of way. Yeah. We might do it in a manipulative way. If we learned that how I get love when I'm a child is to be manipulative or to be sly, or maybe it's to be cute, we learn all of these ways, and then we can start to practice them in our adult relationships. But what happens then is that we start to get into a love that's more, or a relationship that's more kind of like a contract. So we come in under certain terms, and we agree to a relationship on certain terms because it's meeting those needs. But then if I start to change, or the other person starts to change, the contract will start to feel a little bit wobbly, and it might even break. And then we start to question love completely. We start to wonder, was there even love there in the first place? Have we been there in this situation? Yeah. Or you might have had it spoken to you. I don't know you anymore. Yeah, you ever let me say that to you? I don't know you anymore. You used to be this and you used to be that, and I really loved you, and you're not that anymore. Yeah. Because what we had wasn't really love. It was more like a contract. It was, I will give you this. I will give you affection. I will give you attention. I will give you my loyalty. I will give you my fidelity, as long as you do A, B, C, and D. But that's not love. That's not love in the spiritual context that we're speaking about it here. In the spiritual context, we're talking about a different kind of love. We're talking about unconditional love. That unconditional love is our birthright. It's the essence of energy that has us alive in the first place. We were created out of the love energy of the universe. Yeah, that spark of life that became us. Yeah, that's the love of the universe that made that through our mom and dad. Yeah, and we can connect to that at any time. The beauty of this is that it's always inside us. The spark that lit you up in that first second is the very same spark that's within you now. That's the very same spark that we connect to when we meditate. But we don't always feel that right away, because we might have to wade through a few layers of trauma or pain or upset that's getting in the way of us feeling that spark. So we may know that it's there, or you may be trusting me when I'm saying, yeah, it's definitely there. So you may take my word for it and go looking for it. But it's very definitely there. And I was thinking today, I was at home over the weekend, and my relationship with my mom has changed so much in the years since I've really stepped onto this path. All of the different things that were in the way between me and her. And there was things in the way on my side, and there was things in the way on her side as well. Yeah. And I was looking at our relationship over the weekend. And my mom was getting a good bit older now. So, I'm seeing her differently, naturally in that anyhow. Yeah. But I know that I feel so open to her, no matter how she is. And I didn't have that before. I'd get so annoyed and I'd be impatient. My mom was always late for everything, so we'd say, okay, we're going to go such and such a place at 7 o'clock. 7:30, my mom would be putting on the kettle or washing her hair or something like that. And I used to be demented. I used to just get so annoyed with this. But now it's a different kind of space. It's like, that's just mom. Yeah, I don't get so annoyed about it. Like, she's allowed to do that. She was never not allowed to do that, but when I was younger, I used to just take exception to that and take issue with it. So I think more than anything, what I've discovered in myself through this path and what I've healed is that healing all of my issues, my attitudes, my negativity, my pain, my trauma, all that kind of stuff, all that really did was increase my capacity to be able to feel love. And actually be able to feel love in the most random, unexpected places that I wouldn't have expected to be able to feel that feeling of love. So now I can have that feeling of love, like when you brought me up the cup of tea. I didn't even ask you for a cup of tea, and Louise walks up with this perfectly made cup of tea, exactly how I like it, and hands it, do you want a cup of tea? And it's just instant, it's there. I know this tea was made out of the loveliest love, that you even thought of it. Yeah? Or being able to find love in even more ordinary things. Yeah. What do you feel is the energy that brought you here this evening? What do you feel is the energy that your daughter told you about this meditation? It's love. She's feeling the love. She's like, Mom, I want you to have some of this love. Come to this class. But if she'd have said it in those words, you'd have been like, what? I was like, I thought you were doing mantra. The energy of this is complete love. Complete love. But what happens when we mantra is it just starts to reveal what's in the way of the love.